What's good, gamers? Squirrely here. Thank you so much for joining me on this special video. And I like to say that because I feel like all my video topics are special and fun, but this one is definitely something unique and extra special because we're talking about why I have cashed out my dream set. I officially sold my dream set that I've had. It's my iconic set, my white energy Frostbite, the golden pan, and I guess you could also throw in like a double spelled Australian rocket launcher, original, and other stuff. But it was mostly my triple rack set, which is green energy, purple energy, Frostbite, and then my golden pan. So I'm going to explain why I sold it, what I sold it for, kind of my thought process. And this video is going to be a little bit different because I'm going to talk about trading, and I'm all about being open and transparent and sharing my tricks and techniques and tactics with you guys. You guys really like my videos I've done before on trading and different tutorials and walkthroughs, especially the Steam market. A lot of you guys still comment to this day and send me messages, say, dude, I made so much money on there. Thank you for being open and sharing all these tricks. So I want to do that with you today. Maybe not so much about tricks, but just what I sold it for, and kind of why I'm doing this and making this big shift and this change. So I don't want to cause panic. I'm not cashing out of TF2 completely and disappearing off the face of the earth or whatever. I still have a lot of nice stuff. I'm still going to play and make videos and all the good stuff. But there comes a time in your life when it's just time to move on and sell. Like it's all about buy low and sell high, right? And the next level of trading and just in real life investing and making money is the stock market. And that's going to tie into my story as well. So let's get into it. Those of you who have been following my channel for a while will have seen my dream set, I guess you could call it. It's in my SFM at the end of my videos. I wear it in game a lot. People would use it to focus me down or even just to recognize me, which is cool. And then I eventually bought a golden pan. I made a video on that, what I bought it for and how I traded for it. So like I said, it's a Frostbite. It's this white energy, it's this big glowing ball. It's beautiful and sparkly and it's amazing. And I had no plans to sell it ever. Same with my golden pan. I wanted a golden pan to kind of finish it off, make my dream set. Same thing, no plans to sell it. But eventually things go up in price long enough, and there's certain times in the market or just your life in general where you're like, it's probably good to have some cash right now. And that's going to kind of tie into my story for everything I'm talking about today. But basically, I sold my golden pan for $3,350 on marketplace.tf, and it went up, and I just undercut people by a little bit. It's super, super clean. It's Team Shine, short history, so it got snagged up right away, which is good because I was kind of worried that I was going to have to quick sell it for keys, or I was going to have to lowball it too much, but I just came in like 50 bucks cheaper than the next person, and boom, it was sold. Part of the reason for selling the pan, I don't know what's going on, but there's a lot of golden pans for sale. I don't know if the drop rate has increased. I remember hearing that from some people. There's just so many more on Marketplace. There's so many more on Classifieds. I'm like, I don't know if I want to be in here right now. Luckily, I bought my pan long enough that I'm making plenty of profit of it. I'm not worried about it. Even if I broke even, to be honest, it wouldn't affect me that much. But the fact that I can make 500 or 600 keys on it is just gravy. That's great too. So that's what I sold that for. My Frostbite rack I sold a little bit longer, I think a week or two ago, and that ended up selling for about 1,300 to maybe 1,400 keys pure. That's kind of just valuing everything at, if I had to quick sell it for keys, kind of what I would get for it. But if I take my time and sell them, I'll probably get 1,800, maybe over 2,000 keys in mixed items and things like that. So I sold that for a Sunbeams rack, a bunch of keys, and a high-tier unusual Bonk Boy, Stormy 13th Hour. So basically now I still kind of have my triple rack set, which is nice. So I have my GE, my PE still, and I have Sunbeams, which I've worn before. So I'm like, great, I still kind of have this triple combo, which is fine. I sold that. So recently, I pretty much quick sold it. I mean, to be fair, I could have sat them a lot longer and waited for like a higher pure offer, but I'm just like, you know what? I'm just going to quick sell them. I posted on the premium on market or on backpack.tf, and they got a lot of offers very quickly, but someone wanted to buy all three of them, so I gave them a good deal. I think it was 950 keys plus an unusual taunt thing, so it's probably like 965, maybe 70 keys, probably like 960 keys. So just under 1,000 keys. I probably could have got 1,000 or more if I waited, but I just wanted the keys quickly so I can turn them into cash, and I still made plenty of profit on all of those as well, so I'm not too worried about it. And that's kind of the mindset you need to have, is like, if you're going to make profit, just get out. Is it worth waiting and waiting and waiting? Because that money that you can take, you could use it for something else. And that's pretty much the whole reason for everything that I'm talking about right now. Why did I quick sell racks? Because it's like, you quick sold racks, clean racks, your dream set, like what are you thinking? So I didn't have to quick sell Frostbite. That went for a lot more than I paid for it, which is great. But technically, I think the Sunbeams, purple energy, green energy racks could have gone for a little bit more. But like I said, I still got a really good offer, I think, for the most part. I could sell all three at once, boom, get a big chunk. Now I can convert that into cash and move forward with my next goal. So what is my next goal? It's simple. I'm buying good companies at a discounted price in the US stock market. That's all it is. I've mentioned this a little bit in other videos talking about financial freedom and personal finance, investing for your future, and, if you want to retire rich and all this other stuff. But I kind of talked a little bit about the US stock market. But it's only been recently, the past maybe year and a half, 2 years, I've been investing in the stock market, doing tons of research, pumping in lots of extra money, selling items. I mean, it's actually funny. I was looking at my old hard drive the other day and looking at different screenshots of my backpacks. And I even had Word documents of all the items I was selling. And you had to have code back in TF2 Outpost to like make it bold or underline or different colors. So I had all these things saved. I'm like, man, I've been doing this a long time. I put in a lot of energy and a lot of effort to make things look good and to sell them and send trade offers and make friends and like network with people. So it's like, this has just been a super fun journey. And I actually saw a screenshot of my backpack. It wasn't at its peak, but I think I was top 16 backpacks. Maybe at my peak, I was top 15, maybe even top 10 if you count all my spells and, unusual racks, which either had no price or they were underpriced. So maybe I could have made top 10 backpacks. That would have been kind of cool. But it's like, that's in the past. That's my old glory days. I'm not interested in that anymore. I've sold so many items and it's opened up other doors for me and freedom outside of TF2. And that's kind of where I'm at now. I have my items that I really enjoyed playing with, but it's like, you know what? They're at their peak or they're going up. They've gone up long enough that it's time to just get rid of these and use that money to do something else. And I'm putting it in the US stock market because I don't know if you guys have heard, I'm not going to say the full term because it'll be demonetized and YouTube is cracking down on the term, but basically there's a big virus going around. And so with this virus, the stock market has gone down a good amount. We've seen a 15% dip very quickly. It did bounce a little bit the other day. Depending on when this video comes out, it might be down 20%, 25%. Maybe it's already bounced back and we're back to normal. But the video, as I'm making this right now, we were up around 30,000 on the Dow. And it dropped quickly to around 25,000, 2550, somewhere around there. So it's been crazy to see these great companies just going on sale. So what that means is it's time to buy. Like, it's time to put your money to use, because if you cash out, $500, 5,000, 25,000, whatever it is, you put that in the stock market, you can easily double, triple, quadruple your money in a pretty short period of time, relatively speaking. But over time, years and years and years of just investing and saving, buying good companies, doing your research, doing your homework, looking for great deals, easily retire a millionaire. Easily. It's actually not that hard. It's just literally persistence, hard work, and being smart with your money. That's all it is. Because if you just try to save your money, throw it in a bank or a high interest savings account or a bond, you'll make some good returns. But it's like, if you just take the time to learn and invest in good companies, and especially going big and load up when they're on sale, when there's a dip, when there's a correction, when there's a recession, whatever it may be, you can make a ton of money quickly, and you just let that baby grow. That's your piggy bank. Your mountain's getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and the top of your mountain, your peak is getting higher and higher and higher. So that $20,000, $10,000, $500, whatever you have, could easily turn into hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars, and eventually millions of dollars. Now, a lot of you guys are here for gaming and trading and TF2 and gameplay and all that stuff, so I'm not going to go too deep into the US stock market or the specific stocks I'm buying and investing in or my cost basis and all that stuff. But if you're interested in that, maybe I'll talk about it. Maybe I'll make another video about it, because that's like that's like stage 2, level 2. That's like leveling up to the next level of investing and trading and making money and all that good stuff. And that's where the big boys play. That's where the really, really big boys play. That's where they put their money. If you guys ever hear about stock markets, 401k, retirement funds, IRA, Roth IRA, stuff like that, that's what they're talking about. So it was foreign to me for a long time. It wasn't until I went to grad school and I did trading, and I'm like, I kind of like this trading thing. It's kind of cool. And I was fortunate enough to sell out to cash out a bunch of my other items to help me pay for graduate school to get my master's. And now it's like, okay, now I got some extra money. Now what am I going to do with this? So I'm looking at, investing in stock market, real estate, starting a business, all that stuff, which is kind of just like adulting and growing up. And TF2 has been a big part of that in teaching me trading and networking and making friends and negotiating and just kind of putting yourself out there and showing that you either provide a service or you provide a value or an item or whatever it may be. And the market will reward you and give you back with time, with money, with keys. So for us, it's keys and hats. That's our reward. And you can turn those into real world money and use that to do other things to just make yourself have a better life, which is awesome. I'm so grateful for TF2. I started playing this game on Dust Bowl, Skyle, messing around with my friends. Eventually saw hats. I thought hats were cool. Then I saw spells. I thought spells were cool. And I got into trading and I kind of just got hooked. And now it's like, I'm so grateful I did. I've made so much money and had so many good memories on this, and it's going to help me for the rest of my life. So I'm getting kind of deep, getting kind of, philosophical and emotional here, but that's honestly what's happened just from this silly hat simulator. I don't want to make this video just about me because I'm obviously talking about, you know, cashing out, trading my iconic set, Frostbite White Energy, and the Golden Pan, and all that other stuff. But it's really about the decision that you guys are going to have to make. So if I've already made it. So it's not as easy as just, you know, I just bought a rack and I sold it, or I bought a pan and I resold it. It's more like, this is my iconic set, my dream set. I've had it for years. Everyone recognizes it and knows it from me. I have art from it. And so it's kind of like, it was hard for me to let go, but it's like, you have to be objective. With money, you can't have personal attachments. With anything, if you're trying to, you know, grow yourself, whether it's a business or whatever, making money in the stock market, investing, like, you have to be objective, detach from it. Don't take things personal. Just be smart. Read the market, get in when it's good, get out when it's good, and just repeat that. And you'll have so much money and prosperity that it doesn't matter. You can rebuy the hats if you want. You can go back and buy the thing that you sold a while ago because you have 10 times more now. So once you kind of see it that way, is that don't be so personally attached to things. You know, enjoy them, but, you know, life is about evolution. There's changing, there's stages in your life when you just move on. Eventually, you grow up, you get out of first grade, you go into second grade. Eventually, you're going to cash out all your TF2 items and maybe go into the US stock market like I am. Like, that's just a stage you got to go through, but that's the decision you have to make. So it was really, really hard for me, but I'm bringing this up because eventually I think you guys are going to have to make that decision too. So hopefully my story helps in sharing this, because it might not be an easy decision for you. It wasn't for me, but looking back, I'm like, okay, this is smart. I'm not going to regret it. I'm happy with it. I'm proud of what I've done. And I still have stuff to sell. I'm still trading and playing TF2 and all that good stuff. But it was hard, man. It was really hard selling my dream set, but I know it's the right thing to do. So hopefully it's an easy decision and you guys can do it too whenever it comes to time. All right, gamers. Well, thank you for joining me as always. But now, of course, I would like to hear from you. You've heard my story of making this tough emotional decision to cash out my dream set, my iconic set. But now you know why I did it, how I did it, and what is my plan. So I would like to hear from you. What are you selling? What are you cashing out? Whether it's Steam Community Market money or real life money, whatever it is. And not only that, what are you selling, but what is your plan? You got to have a game plan. Where are you going to put your money? What are you going to put it to for school or rent or investments or whatever it may be? And that way your money can work for you. So that's the next level of what you want to think, is not only how do I get money, how do I save it, but what do I do with it? Like, where do I put it? Because that's where all the profits are made. So thank you guys for joining me as always. If you have not joined yet, subscribe down below. Helps out a lot. I will also link you guys down to my Steam group so you can join that. Never miss a new video, never miss a giveaway, and all that fun stuff. And yeah, I hope to see you guys in game. I won't be wearing the same loadout, but hopefully you still recognize me and say hi and what's up. So have a great one, you guys. Until the next video, peace.
Incoming! Warum teach him?